Hello everyone, welcome to another video in the series Everything You Need to Know About the Immortal. Today we will be looking into Ninetales Fox Spirit. Very OP support, one of the best in the game, a Chaos Immortal. What else can we expect from the Chaos Immortals? And also, she, in my opinion, a way better version than Theodora, although Theodora, in my opinion, is also an S tier, but she is like an SS tier alongside with Fu Fei. Those two triumph together on the top of the supporter category, and in this video, I will showcase you guys her ultimate. I will explain you guys how she works and why she, in my opinion, is better than Theodora. So that being said, let's watch the video. So how do we get Ninetales? She being a Chaos Immortal, we can only obtain her via Chaos Roulette. Once you do Chaos Roulette, you will obtain Chaos Chest where you can get 80 fragments each time. If you can see on the left side on the screen, on the chest right there, if you manage to do 500 eyes or 500 tickets, you will get 80 extra fragments, and of course you need 80 fragments to unlock her, from unlocking her general, and then you need 1020 fragments to max her out, and I believe it was 1060 to unlock her artifact. 1160 to unlock her artifact as well. But you guys know, with the specialization coming in, with everything other stuff working out, you will be needing way more fragments, and it's going to be very expensive. And yeah, only mega whales will do it fast, but if you save up your eyes for a while, you probably have like a 2,000-3,000 eyes. You can definitely spin her for like a couple of times. But yeah, she is pricey. I think for like a normal spender, or not normal spender, but normal pace, you will have to use or spend $2,200 at minimum, but you can do it over time, and of course that's going to be way less, and I think it's going to be like around $1,600 if you do over like across of 6 months. I did my full fate across of 3-4 months. That is should be around like $1,800, $2,000, around that area, so a little bit cheaper. So yeah, now you know the price and now you know how to get her. Let's go look further into the video. Now let's take a look at her stats. Ninetales stats and ultimate skill. You can see here on the left side, stats level 55, but I haven't upgraded or anything on her. So if you look on the base stats, I would say nothing come to my mind really when it comes to the base stats, but the one thing that caught my eye from the get-go was the energy regen. Energy regen being 110 from the get-go is really good. And if you maxed her out, she's gonna be like 160 in that area, and I think that is what make her really OP. Apart from that, I think the other stats are decent. Then they should be there because she is a Chaos Immortal. Fu Fei has a very similar stats as well. Of course, the stats gonna be better than the Epic and the Purple Immortals, but apart from that, nothing really caught my eye. She is expected where to be in terms of stats. As far as the ultimate skill, Phantom Pact, I think this is one of the best ultimate in the game. Cleanse all allies of bite, serious wound, and damage over time effects. Increase trigger chance of trigger type skills by 3%, maxed out at 10%, and restore HP to your troops with the lowest HP after any allied immortals use an ultimate skill. Recovery rate 69% at level 1 and 230% at level 8, and or maxed out lasts for 6 seconds. In my opinion, is very OP skill. I wish more immortal have very similar, but we already have an immortal that is very similar to her, which is Theodora, but I think Ninetales is like a boosted version of Theodora with extra cleanses to other stuff like bites, which in my opinion is very necessarily in this game right now. So yeah, now that being said, let's go take a look to the skills ultimate showcase. So now that we are in the training camp again, we are going to be looking into Ninetales Ultimate, and I'm gonna showcase you guys right here if it actually shows or gives out any visual. So yeah, it's gonna take a little bit of time. I don't know why, but there we go. So Ninetales has a really fast energy region, which caught my eye, and I'm very interested in her and try to get her for the future. But you can see here the hearts above the heads, the allies' head. That is her ultimate. In my opinion, it's very good. And you can see here she starts to heal and makes Himiko ultimate, or if I had skill on her like annihilation, is gonna proc her more time or have a higher chance to proc, and the healing is fine. Ninetale looks decent. The only thing that I personally think that she lack is probably the CC immunity that Fu Fei has. I think that part is one of the better, but this one is basically the same with the as Theodora, and I think it is very good skill. The healing is there, Phantom Pack, the control, the remove of enemy controls and enemy damage over time. I think that is very good. But let me check something real quick, because I might made a mistake and I said immunity to control. It's not. She has immunity, or she can cleanse bite damage over time, and also she can cleanse one more thing, serious wound, which in my opinion she render Khan and King Emperor pretty much useless, because yeah, she's gonna cleanse every single thing anyway. So now let's take a look at her artifact. Her artifact is, like I said, always with supports, you need the surge for the artifact for support. I saw somebody had maxed out the artifact and you get surge, and you will have 154 energy region points, which in my opinion is the best in the game, if I'm not mistaken, because Fu Fei at max has 150. I think the others, like, what's this called again? Hippolyta, Empress Wu, and these immortals have probably like 144, 48, so these kind of numbers, but she is the only one and only above 150 and more. I think Fu Fei actually only 150, but yeah, that explains itself to me personally, because that is really good. And then you have the passive Phantom Pack increases trigger chance of skills that can be triggered by 5%. That means that from 10% plus 5% more, so you have 15% more, which in my opinion very OP, especially if you use legendary skills like infinite firepower, battle frenzy, and drastic action. These kind of skills, she will definitely help out a lot. So now let's take a look at her skills and what kind of skills that I think would be best for her. But definitely I've been seen the mega whales using her, and you can see here we have a lot of skills, and most of the time it's basically the same skills, right? And the most common skill combo that I see on her from the fights is shelter, energy shield, and the assist. Sometimes they use the defense, memory defense. I think that is probably a good combo. Well, it is against me. I know that because I fought against them and I got completely destroyed. But hey, it's just a game, right? It's fun. So yeah, that being said, in my opinion, if you are able to afford, you know, Ninetales, you probably already have all of these skills. So you can figure out what kind of skills you want. If you want to run Ninetales with one support in the mod, you probably want to run something alongside of maybe assist, maybe energy shield together, or if you do like mega whales, they probably run something alongside of Ninetales with shelter, energy shield, memory defense. If not memory defense, they probably go for fighting master, something like that. That is definitely go to combo for Ninetales. Now let's go into the game and see how she performs and see what kind of mod she is most popular in right now. So this is one of the popular or more popular comp that we have in the game, especially with the Mega Whales. Ninetales with Fu Fei together, I think that is super OP. And just look at it, I got completely wiped, couldn't do anything. He is super strong. This comp seems to be the new meta among the Mega Whales. So, and I can't do anything against it. And will I ever be able to do anything against it? Probably not, but that's not my goal. My goal is to fight people at my own size, people with one Chaos Immortal. That is kind of like my goal for this game. And of course, I want to try to fight the Mega Whales a little bit, see how far I am behind. And in this report, it shows perfectly how far I am behind. And you can see here the skill set. And yeah, this is basically the normal comp. But let's go take a look at the rankings. So here I am in carry 38, and they are doing really good. They are super strong, and majority of the whales have this much particularly, and it's super strong. It's very difficult to do anything against it, and you can see here majority of them have the same setup, same skill setup as well. It's working really well. And we have one with the same setup as well, but different type of skills. So yeah, look here, very similar to each other. So basically they have like their biggest 5 players, they're all using the same skill set. So yeah, that's basically their mod. Yeah, you can see that only the top players have it. If you go a little bit further down, not all people have it. So, but yeah. So, in my opinion, just to conclude this video about Ninetales, if you want to get her, if you want to get a Chaos Immortal, your first Chaos Immortal should be Ninetales. I still believe that Fu Fei is still a better support or first support, Chaos support. If you already have Fu Fei, you have Athena, you have some other Chaos Immortal, then I think she would be nice to get afterwards. But as your first, probably not, and because it's I think you can find a cheaper Immortal to actually do almost the same work, Theodora. and I think this is only for like the top tier high end people to get. If you can afford it, or you have already or have everything already, then you should try to get it. But if you already like trying to get your first chaos, I definitely not recommend it. So yeah, that's it for Ninetales. I think she is very OP, and she can flex into all the monsters in this game, and she will do really well. The only reason why I don't, you know, I think you should not get her as your number one chaos is because I think Fu Fei is easier to flex into different monsters, and also you have Theodora with this almost the same skill set as Ninetales with cleanse of the damage over time and stuff like that. I think it's very similar to Ninetales, but if you want to go for Ninetales, go for it, and you won't be disappointed from her. So yeah, that's it for Ninetales, and I hope I managed to show you guys everything you need to know about her because she is really OP S tier immortal. But right now, if you are going for her, keep in mind you have specialization that you have to go through as well. So I would, hesitate a little bit, but if you already have everything, go for it. She's very good, very OP. And yeah, that's basically it. Thanks you guys for watching, and see you guys in the next video.